Knuckles is here, everybody. We like Knuckles. It's Deep Dive Zone, a Sonic review series for fans of all shapes and sizes. I'm your host, Evan, joined as always by my co-host, Lorne and Bruce. And I am just a little bit sick today, so that intro was pretty lazy. But, I already made you guys wait for this episode twice, so I'm not gonna be skipping any recording sessions.
Yeah, okay.
I'll try not to make it an issue. Anyway, we are continuing with Archie Sonic the Hedgehog, as per usual. I'm already slurring over my speech, so I'm realizing how great an idea it is to record sick. But, we've been doing this Iron Dominion saga, and now we're not doing that because Sonic Universe is in the way again.
Gosh darn it.
It's okay, we're at least not stuck in the future this time. We're working through the Knuckles the Return arc.
True, it could be worse.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it could be a lot worse.
Starting here on Sonic Universe number 9, and he is absolutely furious.
His fist is vibrating, I think.
Apparently.
I mean, it's motion blur. He's punching you in the face. This is all par for the course.
Oh, maybe my head is vibrating then.
From being punched. Yes, of course.
Exactly.
Anyway, the story here is Echoes of the Past, Part 1, Flynn and Yardley. Helmet von Stryker gives Knuckles information leading to Dr. Finitevus' secret hideout, and he takes Mighty and Julie Sue on a mission there. Meanwhile, Something tries to steal the Master Emerald while Vector and Ray are on watch duty.
I feel like Vector makes sense to put him on watch duty, but Ray?
He needs to be with somebody, I guess.
I guess.
But hey, we're starting out with Von Stryker of all characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has called Knuckles to his home, and he says, Knuckles, you lied to me. But only in the sense that Knuckles blames himself for the Enerjack stuff more than Helmet does.
Right. Helmet says, yeah, this really wasn't your fault.
Yeah, he's like, you were too hard on yourself, which is a crazy thing to say as, a frequent former... I don't know to call him a former villain or what, because, they still have him, being scheming, so I'm not sure, but...
But he's not, really... The Dingoes aren't really being portrayed as villains anymore.
Well, see, yes, but also, he gives Knuckles information on Finitevus, and then he's like, I hope you two take each other out.
Sure. That's not really villain, and that doesn't come off to me as villainous. That comes out more just... I just... Stryker just wanting two problems to deal with each other, basically.
I guess.
So, the difference is that Stryker didn't set this up.
Right. He's just hoping.
They're just they just still have hopes. They can't completely let go of their old grudges, but they've at least mellowed out enough to realize that it's not worth their effort at this point.
He's got more important things to worry about right now anyway.
But, I guess. Yeah.
They still have dreams or whatever.
He'd be happy if Finitevus and Knuckles just killed each other.
Yeah, I made a note at this point saying, wow, Finitevus really just left notes lying around, and the Dingoes were able to find them. I sure hope this is supposed to seem suspicious, but it's not. It just happened that way.
A little bit.
I guess? I don't know, the plan was already over. I don't know what else he would have... Yeah, I don't know, fair enough. We do get to see Ray and Vector on Master Emerald duty, as spoken of before. Ray keeps annoying Vector to talk about, his past, because apparently Vector originally grew up in Down Under.
I never thought Vector would have, more of a backstory beyond what I guess we haven't heard much of a backstory from him.
No, and that's part of it, but, we never learned much about this. I think we did actually hear this before, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay, yeah. I'm looking at my notes here. I had to go back and check. In Sonic number 120, 110 issues ago or something, things got ugly for Vector's home life, and he ran away using a personal gyrocopter, which he built, I think.
Yeah. He even mentions the gyrocopter, I think, in this issue, just a couple pages from now.
Okay, yeah. Yep, that's correct.
Yeah, okay, I'd forgotten about that, huh?
So I did go back and check when he said that, and I said this was significant in a surprising way, because I realized, in the Chaotix case files, Vector has a jury-rigged and incredibly dangerous helicopter that he calls the Chaotix Copter. I think that started here. I think that was influenced by this.
That's gotta be a reference, yeah.
I love when random little bits of these comics peek through in main canon.
I still need to listen to those. And especially now, to hear all the little tales.
Yep. Anyway, now they get attacked by robo-dingoes from the Tails miniseries. Well, that's not good, folks. He's roboting.
You want to try that again, Bruce?
Hello, Discord. Are we working tonight?
Sound okay right now.
I already forgot what I said. Shit.
Robo-dingoes.
My mind. Yeah.
Robo-dingoes from the Tails miniseries. Before they served Crocbot, it must be something different now.
Assumingly.
You never know. I was like, oh, Crocbot.
He keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot these things were from that, actually.
Yeah, I'd forgotten they existed, period.
Yeah. Well, they make short work of the first one, but then a bunch more show up, and then we cut away because they love having the A and B plots going on in these comics.
Yeah, I don't know if it works so well here, but I've seen worse, I suppose.
Yep.
It works okay. It's not bad.
Well, Knuckles' team rides a sandworm through Sandopolis, and it's driven by, hey, who's that?
We'll get to them in a second. But first, Knuckles is playing archaeologist, which, wow, that's not something you see very often in these comics. I approve.
I like seeing that, yeah.
Yeah, and I like that he specifies that, he can do that now. He didn't as much as a kid because the desert was really dangerous, which is true because it had big fucking sandworms in it.
Sure, now he's strong enough that he can handle them.
Yeah.
If they're even a problem anymore.
Yeah. And these are not Echidna ruins.
Yes, very mysterious. It's funny that, like, Knuckles is like, oh, like, this is wrong. This doesn't fit the records. And Julie Sue is just like, I don't care. Knuckles,
we handle that at some other point.
Yeah, I think that's good because Knuckles is someone, obviously legacy in the past means a lot to him. Julie Sue is from the Dark Legion, though, and even though she's against them, she probably carries some of their mindset of, like, who cares about what came before?
Well, I think it's also a case of, like, they're on a job, they're on a mission right now, let's focus on that.
Yeah. Boy, try telling that to Mighty, because he lets them go ahead so that he can talk to this mysterious person that took them here.
I cannot believe who this is. This
funny.
is not what I expected.
That's funny. I immediately figured that's who it was.
It's Harry! It's Harry the cab driver!
Interesting. Yeah, I kind of immediately figured it was going to be Harry.
Okay, I guess, like, yeah, I mean, they're taking them somewhere as transport. You're right.
That's not even why I assumed. I was just thinking, like, you know what? Ian would do that.
Oh, you just knew Ian. Okay, fair enough. I was just surprised because it suddenly got super serious.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
We get Harry lore.
Hey, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much, He used to be with the army, which I suppose he could have guessed, but we were never explicitly told, as far as I recall.
I think they mentioned something about that.
Maybe
actually.
mentioned it, but never like, showed it.
Yeah. But, he liked his cabbie job, but during the Battle of Angel Island, he got left behind in the crossfire, possibly, it sounds like tortured by Cage, maybe, and now he's, like, super bitter about everything.
Forced back into the army. Maybe, I don't know, it sounds like he was forced into service, and then decided to play spy.
Well, Devin was talking about afterwards.
Oh, but afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, because I do remember Harry was a traitor for the heroes. I remember that bit. Yeah. But then they just kind of disappeared, and I assumed, oh, that's okay. They got away. Wrong. They did not get away. Yeah. Based on their scar, you can assume that Cage probably did something bad to them.
Yeah. Apparently, if your writer forgets about you in these comics, Ian Flynn's solution is to make you suffer.
Torture you, which is wild.
And I suppose we'll technically see an example of that coming up, but maybe you guys won't recognize it for what it is yet.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah. Harry is kind of just like, it seems like they're just tired of everything. Because Mighty's like, oh gosh, that's terrible, and Mighty's like, whatever. I'm just done with everything that you guys are about, basically.
Yeah. So that's kind of sad, honestly.
A little bit.
Because, like, Harry, we pay attention to him, but it's as much because he's kind of a weird and pointless Pender's pet character as anything. But I do think that if he has value, his main value is that of a voice of the average man. Because we don't have really a spokesperson for the people. It's always someone who's an outsider to the heroes. Like, the most you'd get is, like, Antoine, but he's been a combatant for years and is significantly more powerful and is one of the heroes.
Right.
So I would say that this moment from Harry, the fact that he's, tired of everything, but also the heroes kind of forgot about him, and that he kind of resents that, it sells just how nasty the conflict has gotten over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah. Sorry, Harry.
Well, at least they didn't kill them off. Like, it could be a lot worse.
That's true.
I'm so tired of characters getting killed off. I'll take this, I suppose.
Well, this is at least interesting.
You can kill off a character. Stop doing it off screen. Like, I know they told you to clean things up, but
if you're gonna kill someone, let us watch it. That came out wrong.
No, you're just saying more of Sir Connery, basically.
Yes.
If you're gonna kill someone off, make it matter is the important thing.
Yeah.
And make it matter and also portray it like you care about it.
Yeah.
And in fairness, somebody did point this out to us. Some of the killing off characters were editorial mandates that Flynn didn't explicitly want for himself.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not solely blaming Ian Flynn for everything. I often try to say the writers, because I know that even if it says written by an Ian Flynn, like, there are other
there's a lot
forces
more
in play.
to it.
Yeah, basically all Sonic comics ever made are a collaboration between numerous different people, so, yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, Knuckles and Julie Sue are still looking at the ruins, and like, I don't match any of the ones from Echidna History, and they're too old to match any others. But they're planting seeds for something, but we don't know quite yet. Mighty and Julie want to get back on track, so they do, and they're gonna break into the... I called this a pyramid. It's not really a pyramid, it's a temple. And Knuckles says...
a pyramid as well.
Yeah. Knuckles says it's an Albion stronghold that he never learned about. And it's drawn extremely similar to the one from Fire Drill, which I guess was one of the first Knuckles solo stories. I'm just seeing that in my notes.
Yeah, I recognize the, like, colored squares on the wall.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But so this was kept secret. I wonder why. Yeah, we don't know. Vector and Ray are still under attack. Robo-Dingo's going for the Emerald. And Knuckles' team walks into a trap, spikes and lasers. And then cliffhanger.
Yep, that's that.
Yeah, it's like we're not really doing the episodic stuff from the Shadow stories.
Right, yeah.
And I guess you could say, well, that was obvious as early as the 30 years later, but that shouldn't be setting precedent for anything. So anyway, let's move on. Sonic Universe number 10, Spikes. It's like when the covers are good, I have less to say about them.
That's fair, honestly.
Yeah, moving along. Echoes of the Past, Part 2, Flynn Yardley. As Vector and Ray fend off a sudden attack by Robo-Dingoes, I guess it's not sudden because it happened in the previous issue, but Knuckles and his team investigate Finitevus' base, hidden in mysterious Echidna ruins, which also happened last... It's just continuing on. We're gonna die, that's the important part. There's lasers and spikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fun.
Whoever built this spike trap got real sloppy, because there are, like, huge gaps between the spikes, so like Knuckles and Mighty can kind of, like, hold it off a little bit.
Yeah, they could just put their hands between the spikes. I mean, I guess if you're getting crushed, it's not that big a difference.
Well, why put spikes there at all, then? They serve no purpose.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, you could very easily have artistically done this by just having Knuckles, flatten the spikes out with his punches, and then they hold the spots where the spikes were. So, basically, I'm saying that makes this comic terrible. No, anyway.
Obviously, yeah.
Definitely, obviously.
They're in trouble, and Vec and Ray are also in trouble. Vector bites a Robo-Dingo's head off and fills his mouth with oil. I can't stop drinking oil. Crude oil. No, I'm sorry. It's bad, and it's still bad. Mighty holds the spike walls open. Knuckles acts as a platform for Julie to climb through the laser grid, and she shuts the trap down.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't just shut it down. She can't hack into it, so she just shoots it.
Yeah, she tries to hack it, and is like, oh, I need my main hacking tool, blasting with a gun.
She hacks like Shadow hack.
It's the Star Wars method. It's the Han Solo. Because they're in a trash compactor, I guess. I don't know. Those are two different scenes, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not quite right, but
those are different scenes, but it's a track. I'll give you that.
I was about to say these comics like Star Wars. Sonic likes Star Wars. We have the fucking Death Egg. But anyway.
Media likes Star Wars in general.
Everything likes Star Wars, yeah. Anyway, they just barely get out okay, and clearly Julie is very upset that, you know, the supposed techno legionnaire could not hack the thing and instead just shoot it. But you know, the boys are okay, so she's fine. So yeah, they get into this next room, and yeah, no, Finitevus really does just leave shit around.
Yeah, he's kind of a sloppy scientist.
Okay, they say the general's troops ransacked the place, but
what else?
Well, but they still left their notes behind. I mean, I guess they did get like, well, actually, no, they like warped away. They could have cleaned this up later. They were being sloppy.
Yeah, no, it's just, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, there is a warp ring sitting right there. Now, I think that is that them being led into a trap? I don't remember.
Not exactly.
But not really.
Alright, so, yeah, weird. But the warp portal is just, like, sitting there open, so, yeah.
Right.
I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about this fucking page. Ray jumps on the Master Emerald and goes super, question mark?
Well, it's posed like a joke, because... Go ahead.
Yeah, he does this, the Robodingos get scared and run off,
Hell, Vector gets scared.
They're robots, but okay.
They're programmed with the fear of the color gold.
Time we've seen robots with.
I guess.
Yeah.
But then it turns out that no, he didn't go super, and apparently you can sort of just pull some energy from the emerald and make yourself look cool, even though you don't get powers. Which I guess I can believe that, but pulling that out for this feels very silly.
Oh,
okay.
Absolutely.
So, like, a few things. One, like, no. The Master Emerald doesn't just give you, like, a static shock when you touch it. They did just make that up. Like, that's not a thing. Second of all, I've played Sonic Mania. I know that came after this, but you're lying, Ray. You have a super form. Third of all,
true.
When you see them powering up, their, like, tail gets spiky. So, like, I don't know. That's not just, like... I mean, I guess
it is fucking hair fringe also sticks up.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's just the electricity or whatever, but I don't know.
I assume it's just the chaos energy, but I think it's funnier to imagine he's siphoning some of, or that it's like just doing that. It's like it's just static electricity running through his fur.
Yeah,
and my final point is I understand that this is like a thing from SEGA, but it's stupid. Everyone should be able to go super. There shouldn't be limitations.
I mean, yeah.
Like, obviously, okay, you can have like certain exceptions. There can be certain characters that just really don't mesh. But I think the average quote unquote strong character, which I think Ray qualifies, should be able to go super in my book.
I mean, I don't know, because okay, well, yes, in a gameplay sense, obviously, but in a narrative sense, it's like you really need to make sure there are stakes, and if anybody can do it, then that becomes a problem. Now, I would much rather just get rid of super forms entirely in that case, but I don't know.
I would just say, like, well, first of all, you're not supposed to be able to go super with the Master Emerald. The fact that they established that, I think, was a mistake.
Yes, absolutely. It's so weird.
That makes it too accessible, because that just means Sonic and I think Knuckles can still go super. Well, maybe not. I don't know. He's been screwed with so many times. Maybe Knuckles can't go super. I don't know. But like, Knuckles and Sonic do have easy access to the Master Emerald. So that actually does. I think that's the bigger problem here. The Chaos Emeralds are usually not that easy to get in the comic.
Yeah, I suppose. I suppose it's a case of, like, if you are gathering the Chaos Emeralds, who else are you gonna make become super?
Right, I certainly think it would be more effective with someone who's like used it more often.
Yeah, I am wondering. You know, ever since Sonic 2, every Sonic movie has ended with a super battle of some sort. I really am wondering if they'll have Super Amy in Sonic 4.
Oh, that would be glorious.
Yeah.
I would appreciate it.
Anywho, the Robo-Dingles are... Dingles? The Robo-Dingos are dealt with. So, the Warp Ring just leads outside of the pyramid. A different pyramid in Down Under. That's the island up above.
Yeah.
So, nearly identical ruins on and off of Angel Island is the point.
Right.
Yeah, because they were probably built before the islands separated.
Exactly. You can even earlier on, I think last issue or this issue, you can even see some broken buildings on the island that are like right on the edge.
Yeah, it's like the bridge in Sonic Adventure 1 that yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Finitevus is here. He's just standing here to smugly answer their question by being...
This guy is so goofy. Knuckles is just like, really come out and face me. Finitevus is like, okay, hi.
Hi, how you doing?
He is... Yeah, it's very weird.
Seriously.
He was presented so intimidating before, and he's no slouch here. You know, they chase him through these ruins, and they attack him, but he is too cool to get hit, and he brags about how rad it was when he made Knucklejack. But it's like, I don't know, he's like Batman animated series The Joker. He's just, like, wacky.
He is, even in a couple of, like, the shot here where Julie's shooting at him, and he's, like, finessing around the shot. He looks kind of goofy still.
Yeah, he's, like, having fun with it.
Yeah, he does remind me of the Joker. That's actually, I didn't even think of that.
A good comparison.
It is, what the hell?
Yeah, and compared to how he was first presented as, you know, a slow, stodgy kind of, you know, very bitter about things.
Change.
It might just be that, like, we've had a lot of disgruntled old echidna men in these comics, but
maybe.
I don't know. Anywho,
yeah.
Knuckles does get a few good hits in himself, until a sound effect interrupts him. It's very weird, because he has Finitevus held up, and then Pachunk sounds behind him, and apparently that's enough to make him stop. I assume it's that there's something for him to actually see, but...
Yeah, we see that in a minute.
Yeah. Anyway, Vector exposits about Crocbot and the Robo-Dingoes and decides we should go tell Knuckles about this.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. But they are interrupted by the other, that same sound effect, the other source of it, which is giant harpoons. They launch out of the mainland and chain the island up. Damn. It's just like Sonic CD, or maybe Sonic Colors.
Yeah, kind of.
There's a lot of chains keeping floating objects tethered in this series.
Yeah, there is.
But it's very weird because this happens, and then Finitevus is like, he poses this as like some kind of ultimatum where like, you can't beat me and save your home. But it's like they're chains, and also Knuckles would probably assume that you set these up, so he would probably just punch you.
Yeah, that's the thing. This guy acts like they have it all together, but it really just seems like they're just kind of doing what they feel like, and they're like, "Oh, you're beating me up. All right, deploy the chains."
Yeah, well, and it's really just, you know, it's like, okay, it's chained up, so what? You know, we'll break the chains. Who cares?
True.
Now, I assume at some point these start reeling it in, correct?
They're going to. I don't know if they ever actually start.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever actually start.
Yeah.
I don't think they do, but
so,
like they keep saying they're going to.
In that sense, that would be, you know, at least a conflict, but it's like, they haven't started yet, so it's like, whatever. I don't know. Sonic Universe number 11, Evil Handshake. And then Echoes of the Past Part 3, Flynn and Yardley. Angel Island is chained to Mobius by heretofore unknown Down Under chapter of the Dark Egg Legion. Knuckles is forced to accept Finitevus' help if he wants to save his home. So, yeah, he's not the one who launched the chains. I don't know why Knuckles just believes him, but...
Oh, yeah, this is really dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. It's... Yeah, it's like, he's like, I didn't launch the chains, and now we have to save the island. Even though he was so smug about it before that they clearly should know he's involved somehow. Which maybe they do. I mean, it's not like they're just letting it off scot-free. But it's like, I don't know. And his justification is so flimsy. He's like, I need the Master Emerald, so now I really care about this. It's like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knuckles does say, you know, the Master Emerald is well guarded. I have 2 guys there. And then those 2 guys show up. So that part is funny, at least.
Yeah, kind of. They did actually protect the Master Emerald quite well, though.
They did.
Yeah. They did. Which
they absolutely did.
Makes it funny in retrospect that the Robo-Dingoes arrive right after this. So should they see that they're there and then just turn around?
No, because Finitevus' like really stupid plan that's overly convoluted means that they should stay because they want the heroes to stay here, I think.
Yeah. Well, I suppose they could just warp back anyway. It would just be a stupid back and forth. So anyway, we all get ready to fight, but we don't need to because the Down Under freedom fighters are here too.
Yep, when in Down Under, there be Down Under freedom fighters.
I said that way too enthusiastically. I mean, they help get rid of the robots. I'm not knocking them for that, but we don't like these guys.
But whatever.
They even added a new member. What a waste of effort.
Yes, Thrash the Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they get rid of the robots, they introduce themselves to Knuckles and company, who, yeah, I don't think ever actually met them. Which, why would you? But,
yeah.
Anyway, we all set up camp so that they can launch into a huge exposition dump.
Oh, boy.
So, that comic, back during the World Tour arc, where Bill and all the other platypus guys were mind-controlled by what was left of Crocbot at the time. After that incident, Bill went back to Eggman, establishing his own platypus-based chapter of the Dark Egg Legion.
Damn.
Yep. And I'd like to point out that even though Crocbot does not show up, they continue to be relevant for some reason. Because this only happened because Crocbot tried to like conquer Down Under with the platypuses, and now they have like a thirst for conquest. So they wouldn't have been emboldened if it weren't for that.
Yeah.
Damn.
And they're the ones who are actually behind the chains. Yeah, very, very odd thing. What's really weird, I'm not sure if Flynn is fudging the continuity here, is that Stu says he headed back home because of that before Knothole was destroyed, which means that we established a chapter of the Dark Egg Legion before Knothole was destroyed? Before Enerjack?
Oh,
Which
I didn't even realize that. Interesting.
Is not technically a contradiction because, let's see. Yeah, they didn't actually call them the Dark Egg Legion at this point, but it's super weird to consider there was already a near-identical monoracial cyborg army working for Eggman before Leon Da and Dimitri joined up with them.
Well, the idea of turning the platypuses in Down Under into a cyborg egg army is already bizarre to begin with.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
I suppose. But, yeah. They also have, yes, this new purple guy, Thrash the Tasmanian Devil, and he's being racist toward echidnas for some reason. So that's a thing.
It's elaborated on later, I think.
It'll be elaborated on.
Much later, but yes. Walt Wallaby pulls Knuckles aside and says Finitevus was working with the Legion this whole time and is like, we need to reorganize the teams.
What a twist.
Yeah, which, certainly I support them double-crossing him. So they end up sticking Finitevus with the Down Under gang while Knuckles sends Julian Ray back to the Master Emerald, taking Mighty Vec and Guru with him to detach the chains.
Yeah.
It's a lot of nuts and bolts stuff. I don't have anything specific to say about it.
Yep.
That's fair, yeah.
I can, it's like, they still have witty dialogue, but it's like, we've praised that enough in these comics since Flynn took over, so. And then it's like, we say all this, and then we cut to the plan already in motion. Which I guess get you right into the action, but it's like, we say, all right, let's get this started, and then we immediately cut to Knuckles and friends under attack.
It's okay. Briefly before they get attacked, there's a weird exchange where they're like, apparently there are warp rings on like these chains, and like they're like, oh, using warp ring tech to cover the distance, getting rid of the tension issue. What are they talking about? Like, if they put a warp ring here and then a warp ring next to Angel Island, that would be nice, but there's still a chain extending from the ground all the way up.
Yeah, you can still see them. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think that might have... I don't really know what they mean by that. Like, writing that is a neat lore tidbit, but, like, the art doesn't portray that.
Yeah, well, I don't know how you could.
Artist issue. That's possible.
Yeah, it feels like it should have been a case of there's a warp ring on one end and a warp ring up near Angel Island.
Yeah, it's super weird. And yeah, then they get attacked, but it's okay. We can just cut to the Down Under team instead. Oh, they're completely falling apart immediately? Great.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Thrash starts harassing Finitevus for being an echidna, And Finitevus is all too eager to be nasty right back to him, saying that his breed is useless next to the rest of the mongrels my kind perfected.
So the echidnas were also getting into some sort of genetic engineering. Well, I guess they are. We already knew they did.
Well, we knew they did that. Do you guys know what this is referencing?
I mean, not directly.
Okay, then I won't tell you. So yeah, everything goes to shit real fast. And we're just fighting each other again. Barbie manages to pin Finitevus down, but someone shoots her in the back. And Knuckles' team gets kidnapped by Robo-Dingoes and Legionnaires. And Guru ain't doing shit as usual.
I can't believe it. Even under the new writing team, Guru is still just a joke of a character. I don't understand this character. They're stupid. This character should not be on the Down Under Freedom Fighters. They have no place.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's like Knuckles is being shot in the back and he says, "You should have gone with the flow." Fuck you! This is a life and death situation.
Yeah, what the heck, man?
Or, I guess it's not life and death because he doesn't die, but it's a, it's a war. That's what's going on here.
Yeah.
So yeah. Knuckles awakes in chains and to his hair being grabbed by Finitevus because, yeah, he was a traitor the whole time, even though we knew that our plan to subvert him did not work.
Yeah.
Also, hi, Bill. You're looking very redesigned.
Yeah, we saw them briefly in the flashback, too, but yeah, here they are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. For a middle issue, it's like, there was supposed to be some gambit here, but it just amounts to the guy we knew was going to betray us betrayed us.
Exactly.
They should have done a little more for insurance, I think. I'm still not quite clear what exactly they supposedly needed him for. Like, if you just stuck him in a box, they probably could have handled this.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, anyway, Sonic Universe number 12. We have green versus purple.
Yeah.
And as has been well established by this point, green is the strongest color, so they just sapped all the tension by making it clear Knuckles is going to win.
Oh, yeah, giving him a different power color.
Yeah. Anyway, Echoes Part 4, Flood and Yardley. That's not a serious criticism, by the way. It's a weird in-joke.
Yeah.
Flint and Yardley. Trapped in Down Under, Knuckles and friends race to liberate Angel Island from the Dark Egg Legion's control before Finitevus gets his hand on the Master Emerald. And we start off with Knuckles saying, "I should have known you were playing us for saps." You did know! That's why I didn't like the last issue.
It's true, you did know that.
And, yeah, Finitevus is, obviously he wants the Master Emerald, but he's like, "I'm trying to put the island back in the ground. It belongs back home." And it's like, who cares? It doesn't matter. But, yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to intuit almost anything from this guy at this point.
Yeah, it kind of just seems like they're a little insane, honestly. That's the only way I can rationalize this.
I know, but I hate "fuck you, I'm crazy" as a motivation.
No, that's a stupid motivation.
I do hate it. And I say that, but I don't think that's actually what the writers are going for.
I don't think it is either.
I mean, he clearly knows some kind of dark echidna lore, because he keeps teasing Knuckles about it throughout this issue. But it's like the full scope of what he wants out of the world is super unclear.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Anywho. He steps out to hunt down Julian Ray. I guess he didn't get to see them leave for home. Or I guess he might be going to the Emerald Altar. But, Bill comes in alone and frees the heroes from the shackles because he's not actually a villain. He also hates Vector, having beef with him like the rest of the Down Under gang, but he still frees them. So it's one of those, like, what is going on with this guy moments, because I didn't ever think much of this character.
Well, they explain here.
Yeah. Basically, part of this is that Sonic Universe 61 is a fucking weird and bad looking issue. So my ability to parse what happened in is pretty limited. But basically, it sounds like even though he was mind controlled, the platypus community of Down Under, who all look like the same guy with different haircuts, they still saw him as like a leader. They really believed in him, and they wanted him to do something when Eggman moved in on the region. So he figured, oh, I'll try to play double agent. I'll improve things from the inside, like Saul Furyk from Sonic the Comic, which is what came to mind first to me. I don't.
So it's what I said before. The mind control from Crocbot made them almost take over, and then when they got on mind control, they were like, "Hey, that was actually pretty rad. Let's do that, but of our own will." this time. And they thought Bill was like totally with them, basically, even though they weren't apparently. But they were like, well, maybe I can,
Yeah, he says my
don't lead
people
them in
saw
my
an
direction.
opportunity for power, so it's not just.
Yeah, no, they just all want to take over. That's the way I interpreted this.
Yeah, that's weird. But yeah,
What's also weird is that the designers were really lazy and they didn't visually show that Bill is a cyborg now. It's just informed by the descriptive text.
yeah, well, we'll get more characters with a lot of internal cybernetics as things go. But I would say, yes, you should have designed them that way at least. Frankly, the other Legionnaires, don't have much in that regard. They have, what are those, like cyber nose rings, except they're still got duck bills?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm looking at here.
Yeah, I think those are supposed to be they're cybernetics. But to be fair, they've got the like dumb mask thing going, kind of like with the Echidna Legionnaires. Can't really make out any features.
With the platypuses? I don't know. With those guys, it at least looks more like it convincingly be just like shadows rendered stylistically.
Yeah, it's not as bad with them.
Because with the Echidna Legion, it's always bright red, which doesn't make any sense. Anyway. So the whole time, he has been trying to play double agent, but he just literally never got the chance to contact anyone about it. So he's had to make sure that he just drags his feet as much as possible without being incompetent enough to actually die. Which means he's done some awful things for the Empire, but nobody blames him for it, so okay.
Yeah, okay.
Like, none of that is really that relevant to this story arc, I guess, is the main thing, which I guess he had to establish something about him because they did, have all those lines about him a while back. It's so weird that this was foreshadowed in the 35 years later arc, where they talk about Bill being like a leader in Down Under.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Huh.
I assume that doesn't mean Dark Legion. He's some sort of more pragmatic platypus guy. I don't know why we need all of these, like, distinct racial communities with their own leaders. It's like, obviously the dingoes, but that was a thing, along with the echidnas that Flynn inherited from Penders. The platypus thing, right. I guess that it didn't really exist in 61. You could have forgotten about it, and nobody would have batted an eye. I don't know. It's weird.
No, I wouldn't have cared, but they cared, and so now I kind of do care too.
Yeah, I guess. Anywho, we are gonna not waste any time. So the heroes blast out of there, ready to go back on the offensive. And the Legion, they're goons. Down on the gang can handle them. So, handle, not hangle. I don't know what is going on with my ability to pronounce things. Sickness doesn't make you not talk good, does it? I guess it can.
It can. There's a really weird thing on page 8 when you've got like the title cards for the whole gang all posing together, where for some reason next to Thrash, it's got a question mark next to their allegiance. Like, oh, are they not part of the Down Under Freedom Fighters? Kind of weird.
Yeah. They also just call him Thrash the Tasmanian. That's not how that. That's Tasmania is a place.
It's like being the Dynamite. It's the same idea.
Yeah, but at least bombs are relevant to him. Tasmanian is just one part of Tasmanian Devil, but I don't think Tasmanian Devils are only in Tasmania. Maybe they are. I actually don't know. But I don't know. I don't even know what Tasmania is like as a place. I remember that one episode of YOLO Crystal Fantasy where they had a bunch of corporate Memphis-styled characters made by like a fairy lady there. That show is a fucking drug trip. Anyway, the point is, the Down Under Gang can handle the Legion. I almost said hangle again. But they got Mighty and Vector, so it'll be fine. Knuckles has to take on Finitevus, so he does it by having Mighty throw him at the island.
That is hilarious. Yeah, I guess they can just do that.
I think that is great use of Mighty's strength.
Yeah, no, it's good.
It's like the end of The Incredibles.
Yeah.
But anyway, Finitevus is back at the Emerald. So I don't know why I acted like, oh, where's he going? That's where he was going. He's trying to do more Enerjack shit. I don't know if it's specifically Enerjack, but he's trying to do the same shit that he already did.
Yeah, they're like, Knuckles, join me, and together we can rule. But this time I won't turn you into Enerjack, so it'll be fine.
Sure you won't, bud.
It's weird, because Knuckles says the last thing the world needs is another Enerjack, and he's like, oh, but there's always been an Enerjack, and it's like, no.
What's the point?
No. Well, okay.
Hey, there hasn't been.
A, there hasn't been, and B, like, when Dimitri was Enerjack, he was just underground for fucking hundreds of years. So, like, that's as much there not being an Enerjack as anything could be.
True, yeah.
Oh, you're right. You know what? I misread that. You're right. They are just saying, no, you should be Enerjack. They are trying to convince them again. Huh.
Yeah.
Don't do the same plan twice. That never works when you're a villain.
Yeah. Knuckles does say, like, oh, you know, but Dimitri was the first Enerjack, and he's like, no, oh, there's all these echidna secrets. Enerjack was a guy, and the goddess Aurora had their own thing going on, and I can give you all the information. And Knuckles is like, hey, you killed my dad, fuck you.
I do really like that. It's a cool moment in the middle of bleh, so I'll give them that.
Yeah, I mean, it's... And certainly it's cathartic seeing Finitevus get a beatdown, and it's because, you know, he's clearly appealing to, like, the Knuckles of the Penders era, right? Who's always like, I won't get told anything, I never get to do what I want, blah, 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 blah. But this Knuckles, at this point, he just wants to be able to live happily, and he wants the best for his friends and family. So it's like, your secrets mean nothing to me.
Yep.
So, good on you, Knuckles. Unfortunately, it can never end that easily or happily, apparently. Because Finitevus just grabs his hand and then warps, and now we have chaos energy going on. It's actually weird because neither of them touches the Master Emerald, they just have chaos energy start showing up. They're close enough, I guess, but it's weird.
Yeah, I figured they're close enough, and it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, there is like a power aura around the Master Emerald. That's obviously the implication.
Yeah. And it's like they even, you know, they have such a contrast because Finitevus is Knuckles' scourge at this point. But
oh my gosh, you're right. I never thought of that.
I never thought of that either.
That makes everything make sense, to be honest.
Yeah, it even tracks with how we got too much Scourge and we got tired of him. We get too much Finitevus, we get tired of him.
Well, I mean, that's the case for any
true.
character, but absolutely with these two.
No, it's not, because we never get enough Eggman.
Okay, true. Fair enough.
Anyway. He even has his own evil version of the Master Emerald prayer.
Okay, that I kind of like that. That's actually
like that.
kind of
I
a
like
neat
that
touch.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's bad. Well, because it's like, you know, these comics is like, we complain about them a lot, and it's like, they're certainly more competent than they used to be. It's just frustrating that they don't reach their full potential a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. By and large, these are good, and they're definitely a lot better than stuff we've gotten in the past. I'm just pointing out, but
yeah, no, I'm not. Nobody's blaming anybody here. It's just that it's like a fun read in the moment does not a wholly deep story make.
Yeah.
Case in point, Finitevus just decides, all right, fighting's over. I've decided, and I do. You know, he manages to get the upper hand on Knuckles with a warp ring, and I love. He's like, let's find out what happens when I close the portal when you're only halfway through. He's so deliciously evil.
Christ.
Yeah, Finitevus is like, hey, I just had this thought in this moment. You know, that was the first thing I thought when I saw Finitevus fighting with the warp rings. Like, why did it only occur to them now?
He's only had like a week to practice them.
Yeah, I guess they're so immersed in science they barely ever actually bother with fighting. Even though
I mean, if that is what it is, that he's the kind of scientist that, like, no, that's not any better than fuck you, I'm crazy. Like, the mad scientist who wants to know everything because he'll just be cruel, that's basically the same thing. But it's not really an experiment, he's just fucking with him because he's evil. And not even fucking, he's just trying to kill him. But anyway, the point is, sending Julie Sue up here paid off. I guess she was just waiting here the whole time for a good moment, but she shoots the bastard, that's the point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In fact, I think she shoots the ring, which makes the portal not happen.
No, they shoot Finitevus, and somehow that makes the ring disperse, which I didn't think that's how that works, but okay.
It loses concentration, it just disperses.
I guess. It's a good thing that didn't make the portal close and cut him in half.
Oh,
yeah, that's actually really weird. I'm not sure why that's how that works.
Or,
you know, actually, that implies to me that wouldn't have worked, actually.
Yeah, maybe the portal did close, and it's just that he's fine.
You know what?
That's even funnier. I'll believe that.
I would love that like Finitevus does close it, and then Knuckles just okay. He's like, oh, that's what it does. Well, that's anticlimactic, you know.
Yes.
I mean, that's that's a Portal 1. they say, like, oh, the portals are completely safe, and if you try to close a portal while you're standing, you just get pushed out the side, you're fine.
It's true, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's the device that's not safe, because it, like, burns your eyes if you look at it or whatever. Anyway, I'll still give props to Julie, she still did a good job, because Knuckles throws him off the island, and I really think that's careless, Knuckles, you should have killed him.
Well, I mean, I think the assumption is that throwing him off the island would kill him.
Yeah, but he's got portals!
Well, maybe...
And frankly, even throwing them off the island hasn't killed some echidnas in these comics, let's be honest.
That is true.
So, the thing is, it kind of seems like this was trying to kill them, because they later like, oh, we never found their body. But the thing is, for me, the real stupid thing is, why don't you, while they're down, remove all their rings? That's literally
take the warp rings before you do this, guys.
Yeah, then you throw him off the island. And that way you get the warp rings and you kill him.
Yeah. Oh well, I guess. Anywho, Thrash shows up to tell them all is well, and to make an off-color jest about echidna genocide. He's so weird.
Yeah.
But we cut away, and things are back to normal. The day is saved. You would not know that there's a completely different war going on between the Freedom Fighters and the Dark Legion and the Iron Dominion right now.
I mean, that's fine. Sonic's world is a big world.
That's fair. It's not like it contradicts anything, in fairness.
No, yeah. Making things too grand is a mistake sometimes. So this is fine. Like, yeah. I mean, I would like this side adventure to be have a little more substance, but that's okay.
Yeah. Anywho, the day is saved, and Knuckles cares about his friends and family more than his search for answers, which I guess is what makes him better than Finitevus. And I do like getting to see them all relax. I like whenever they have Knuckles and Julie be cute.
Yeah.
And yeah, Finitevus made it out with nothing but a busted arm, and then he's like, I have big plans, and it's like, eh.
Yeah, okay, man, sure. Have fun, I guess.
Yeah. So... I guess we basically said all we did already. It was, it can be fun in the moment, but it needs a little fleshing out. And also, whatever was going on between Finitevus, the Dark Egg Legion, and the Finitevus, that was sloppy. That was messy.
Oh, yeah, that was weird. But I mean, I guess that was kind of, at least they tried something a little interesting there, picking up on previous plot threads, and once again making Crocbot relevant for some reason. So I appreciate those little efforts.
Yeah, we're not going to dwell on it, because we have one more issue for today, and it is an issue of the main Sonic book, Sonic number 207.
Yeah.
Sonic is running, and the Iron King is also there, and I'm not sure what this is in silhouette on the back. Is that Con and Sally, maybe?
Yeah,
it's Con and Sally.
Okay, and we have a yin-yang with them.
Mm-hmm.
But the story here is Blackout, Flynn, and James Fry. It's been a while since we've seen him. Yeah. The Iron King Jun-kun goes to destroy New Mobotropolis's power siphon at the ruins of Robotropolis. Sonic, Con, and Amadeus can't physically damage him, so how can they save their city?
Yeah, it's about time the Iron Dominion realized, oh wait, the Iron King is just invincible. Send them in alone. Basically.
And it's about time that using Robotropolis to power Mobotropolis was a relevant thing. There's always a weird detail to the nanites. It's not that it doesn't make sense, but it was like, part of it is I don't know how you use nuclear runoff to power a thing. I don't know if that's impossible or what.
I mean, I don't think technically nuclear power plants really just boil water efficiently.
I guess. I don't know. Anyway, Iron King is trying to take control of it, so he is going after Fort Acorn. Do you guys remember that?
No.
Is this the same Fort Acorn from way, way back?
When they got lost in the forest and Bunny got in that, like, weird mech suit? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is! Okay, the thing is, I was like, this can't possibly be the same Fort Acorn from that one issue, because I'm like, I thought geographically it didn't line up. But I guess if the forest got decimated, and it's just still here in the middle of a wasteland, somehow, it makes sense geographically, but why is it standing? I don't know.
Well, so, Knothole got bombed. The Great Forest presumably burned down, but the fort could have stayed standing during all that if Eggman did not target it specifically.
I guess, yeah.
I guess the forest burned around it, okay.
I think it could work, because it was already, like, disused and out of production by the time the Heroes found it in that old comic anyway, so I think they set up shop here later.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, Amadeus is yellow now. He was brown before, but now he's yellow like his son. I don't think that sticks around, but I don't know how many more appearances he gets. Anyway, he cannot oppose the big bovine brute by the looks of it. So the heroes are going to need to help once they know that this is happening. For right now, Sally is out having an exposition date with Khan.
Oh,
yes, well put.
They have a big talk. She feels sorry about slapping Sonic again. At this point, they're kind of harping on it. I think, like, yes, we didn't like that breakup, but also get over it.
We've gotten over it at this point.
Yeah. Which is basically the advice that Khan gives her. He's like, you need to stop. You need to stop wallowing in self-hatred over this.
This feels like this kind of feels like Ian trying to say this to probably some fans.
Yeah, he's probably like yes, okay, let's sort of have a get over it.
Get over.
That's really funny. The way you got cut off by that.
I muted my mic by accident.
Anyway,
Whatever, that's funnier, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
So Nicole shows up to say, "Hey, the fort is under attack," and Khan's like, "All right, my time to shine." Amadeus cannot handle it all alone. He needs help.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of words here, but I don't think we need to say anything else about it. He does say, "I will not fail Armand's memory," so that's a neat little nod to him.
True. Doing your best.
I like that.
But yeah, Sonic's here.
Sonic's here.
It's like now we can now the issue really starts.
Yeah, now the plot actually gets going.
It's fine because Tails has this transport carrier, so they're gonna send Amadeus home with his son.
Yeah, I do like we get a little proud dad moment.
Yeah, it's good. So Sonic is gonna be keeping Iron King busy. In this case, by burying him in the ground.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? If you can't beat the crap out of him, just bury him.
Yeah. Now, I don't know how exactly that, like, all that's... It looks like it hardens, basically, once he buries him, because it's like, that's not rock, that's just dirt, right? Can he just get out of it?
Cement.
Well, it's like...
Maybe it's mud, maybe.
Yeah, it's mud, I think. I don't know. I don't know the physics of Sonic the Hedgehog. I apologize. Maybe they, like, melted it or something. I don't know.
I guess he does get out after about 3 panels, so it's not like it would have been that hard, so... But that happened just long enough for Khan to show up. And they shit-talk each other, and Sonic is such a hypocrite for making fun of them for posturing instead of fighting. Half your own dialogue is hyping yourself up, man. Be real.
Yeah, actually, I'm a little annoyed with Sonic here because I'm not gonna lie. Actually, I really like this exchange because Monkey Khan calls Iron King just Jun-kun, and they're like, "You will call me Iron King and nothing less." And then Monkey Khan is like, "Oh yeah, well then call me King of the Free People and kneel for your crimes." I think that's pretty good, actually.
That's a pretty good line.
Yeah, well, and it's reminding us of some of the world building that they're basically challenging the control over the Dragon Kingdom, which is important given that we're not there.
Yeah.
So yeah. In the meantime, Sally visits Bunny and Antoine to see how Bunny is doing, and Antoine, he's being a good husband. He's doting on her, where she'll apparently be fully recovered by the end of the week. But Bunny is like, it's good to see you, but also I know you're here because you got problems, so talk to me, honey. And, well, despite everything that happened while he was introduced, Sally apparently legitimately has feelings for Khan and is kind of mixed up about that, which you sure should be, honey.
Yeah.
It's like...
This gave me a moment of panic of, oh god, are we going back to this?
Well... They are more mature about it, and it's like, it's like the past several issues have really been working their ass off to make Khan look better.
Which I'll admit, they've done a decent job.
No,
Yeah, I mean, they had a bad first impression.
Yeah,
but I kind of believe it. I mean, things change people.
I've been liking him at least in this issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, as someone who read the Flynn era comics before most of the stuff that came before, I never disliked Khan in these comics, so, it's whatever, but it is super weird, just the fact that, it started with him kidnapping her.
True.
And it's also just that, yeah, any Sally romantic drama sets off alarm bells in our head.
Yep, you can never just have a nice little romance with Sally. I think it's against the rules.
It really feels like it.
Well, you say that, but Bunny does offer good advice, which is like, okay, for one thing, be more confident in yourself, like in your taste. You know, you feel a certain way for reasons, and it's not actually wrong to feel a certain way. And, you know, she essentially describes Sally's taste for her, which basically shows us Sonic and Khan are kind of similar characters in a way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's the idea.
Yeah.
And you know, case in point, those similar characters are getting bored of not being able to damage Jun-kun here. He's trying to break the barrier, and now they're kind of just standing around trying to brainstorm ideas.
Yeah, they're just like, well, okay, go to town, man. And they're just like, all right, cool. Yeah, you watch my greatness. This guy's actually kind of funny. I kind of like the Air King. Sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, you know, we've had a lot of, like, big bruiser types in these comics, but, you know, when you lean into the sort of comedic blowhard archetype, I think that's what makes it work. That was why Kodos Lion was always so boring, is because he was never, like, funny at all.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I definitely like this take on that more.
Yeah. Anyway, you were going to say something?
I was going to say, they bring up the fan of Fen Zing again, which is weird. I'm like, why do you keep bringing it up? Is it because you're gonna go get it eventually? Like otherwise it's weird to keep mentioning it.
That's why they keep mentioning it.
But it's weird that they haven't thought of that yet. Then I mean, I know it's like far away or whatever, but it's probably worth it at this point.
Eventually, that's what they're going to be doing with this arc, but I'm not sure at this point.
I don't remember. If we see the fan of Fenshing ever. I don't remember. Anywho, Sonic does get an idea, but leaves Ken alone to distract him while he irons out the details, and Khan does not look too happy about that. He especially doesn't look happy when Sonic's plan involves saying, "Hey, we give up."
Yeah, it's weird because they were strategizing for a second, and then Sonic gets the idea, is like, no time to explain. Wow, good strategy meeting.
Yeah. Well, it's also no time to explain. You actually have plenty of time to explain because he's just bashing away at the thing.
Yeah, it probably would have taken the Iron King a little while to realize, wait, I'm not supposed to hit the shield.
Yeah. But Sonic's plan is also, it works on him because he's not too bright, frankly. But it's very, like, he has to sell it to him anyway. And the plan is that, hey, Nicole, move the generator underground and let him destroy the other one as a decoy.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid plan. I like that. That's good. Outsmart. I mean, it's like, okay. I mean, the Iron King is actually pretty dumb. Like, that's the point. But I think this is actually fairly smart too. This could work. Even on people who weren't complete idiots. I think so. I like this. This is good. This is smart.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I do like how they play it up though. When Sonic is like, all right, yeah, you win, you're great, and then the Iron King like pats Sonic on the head, is like, yes, I'm so glad you finally come to understand how powerful I am.
Yeah, and Sonic technically does sell it to him as like, you know, you destroy the generator, but leave the one so that the radiation won't leak out of Robotropolis. So it's they treat it as like a bargain. I think the thing for me is just that, yes, this works for now. They probably could just try that again. Because, like, you know, actually, we'll address this when they do talk about it. But, anyway. So, yeah, they just kind of leave. So they get home, and then, yeah, Sally's going out with Khan, and, Sonic is kind of like, what the fuck? That's a good face he makes, actually.
This is a genuinely confused face. It's like, when the fuck did this happen?
And as much as we rant and rave about the romantic drama of this comics, Sonic is not super belligerent about this, and...
No, he's confused, but he doesn't do anything about it.
Yeah, we're not entering bullshit furry drama time yet.
Thank God.
Amy does come and ask him out, and he does oblige, but...
Which was interesting, also.
Well,
This
so
is funny because I feel like Amy is always waiting for opportunities like this. They're a schemer.
Probably. The ending blurb says, "Is this the beginning of new romances?" And all I can think is, no, he's just trying to distract himself.
Basically.
Oh yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Because, I mean, I like Amy. She has no chance in these comics.
No.
So, yeah. But we do have a backup story, our final story for the night, which is just called The Iron Queen.
Simple to the point.
Written by Flynn and drawn by Renee DeLiz, who I don't think we've ever seen before, and I don't think we see very many times after this, either.
This art is definitely new.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
It's different. It's not particularly bad. It's just
I don't dislike it, but it is...
Yeah, it's just different for these comics. I think it has the benefit of not having any very many traditional-looking Sonic characters in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All the characters here, I think, are fine in this art style. I don't know how it would have worked out for the others, but these are just fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's perfect.
Iron Queen Regina Ferrum is furious at Iron King Junkun for his failure earlier in this issue, and he explains to Snively that she wasn't always the fiery despot she is now, before the two worked for Robotnik and conquered the Dragon Kingdom. So yes, this is the second half of that backstory, but yeah, she is absolutely fuming. I love how crazy she looks on this opening page.
Yeah, they're starting to lose it a little bit.
Yeah. This time wasn't even Snively's fault, but he's the one apologizing for King and his flub.
Yeah, just doesn't like to see them furious.
Yeah, and he doesn't like it here. I love his like sulking body language here, where he's like, "It looked like the power siphon to me."
Yeah, this is weird. This is another side of the Iron King that we haven't seen. I didn't expect that they would actually be hurt like this. Like they seem legitimately disappointed at this outcome.
You could have thought that, like, even though she's clearly the smarter of the two, they were on equal footing. This establishes to me that, like, no matter what, she is in charge.
Oh yeah, totally, which is weird because it's not the way they came off at first. Probably because he doesn't want it to appear that way.
Yeah, I mean, he clearly is someone who values his own reputation. And, I mean, he was involved in this first. We get to, he's the one who launches into this explanation. She's so erratic and selfish now, but back when I met her, back in the day, we had a whole partnership going. And yeah, this is the second half of her backstory. She used her technomancy to reactivate a bunch of ancient robots in the Dragon Kingdom.
Interesting.
Yeah, alright. Sounds about right.
Yeah, but we were gonna make a whole thing out of it. We were gonna be great and conquer everything, but the warring ninja clans, we had to fight against them, and then Robotnik came to power.
I really like this panel where the Iron Queen is just pouring tea for Robotnik. This is like so perfect for this version of Robotnik. I could totally see them having a little tea party.
Well, he would absolutely go through the full like tea ceremony. He would absolutely do that.
Yeah, because this is old school Julian, and I love that we get to see him here. We don't get very many illustrations of him these days. He's got his SWAT bots, classic SWAT bots.
Yeah.
God, we really haven't seen Swap.
Yeah, but that's how, they made their partnerships with him, and they conquered the 4 ninja clans one by one. Strategy of manipulation, intimidation, and assassination.
Yeah, so then we get like the grand explanation here about how they took over everything, and I'm a little confused by this. It doesn't quite click in my head. So they say that they I think they just killed like the bride of Reich Knights, and then they took control of the Yagyu. And then somehow that fooled everyone into thinking that everyone allied with the Iron Queen because they were attacking at random. I don't get how that follows.
The idea to aid our enemies in battle. Yeah. What it was they sent the Yagyu to pose as allies as every.
Yeah, they had them infiltrate, I think. Also, I think it's the Bride of Rich Knights, but they basically destabilized the leadership of these 4 clans, and put them in conflict with each other, I think is what it is.
Basically, yeah. And then basically force them to ally with the Iron Dominion.
Yeah. It's a little sloppy, I admit. But, hey, we see the other 2 clans, and one of them is where the Spider Ninjas come from.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny because it's like, when you see this, it's like, yeah, that seems like it was always meant to be that way, even though it obviously wasn't.
Sure.
Yeah, it's very natural.
And obviously, SBO's Ninja Clan, there's a purple chameleon in charge of it. So.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, we already saw Conquering Stone, but yeah. So anyway, that basically they conquered everything. That's the end of his story. And then Iron King ends it off with being really annoyed that A, I have to deal with Sonic's fucking bullshit, and B, you Snively, you haven't just cucked me, you've stolen me from my life of luxury,
Yeah.
He everything was great. I was cool to just stay in the Dragon Kingdom and be a tyrant, but now because of you, she's getting like more conquest done.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like that he just kind of wants to be lazy at this point.
Yeah, and, well, everyone respected him before.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And now he's second, possibly even third banana. Gasp.
Gosh.
Yeah. So that's all caught up to date now. I guess the point is that, like, Robotnik's support and the inflated ego from dominating all the clans made Regina stop caring about, like, honorable fights and respect for the people she works with.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But Snively isn't worried. He has some kind of new plan, and it sounds like he might try to kill the king?
I'm sure that was always their plan.
I would assume so.
It's possible. I'd be willing that this is a character. I'd be willing to believe this is a character they'd kill off. Because he's he's not so important that like you couldn't lose him. But I don't think that's how it ends up going. But anyway, so yeah, this was it's like this. It's funny that like I remember Sonic Universe being great, but it's amazing how much better the main book is right now. At least
it's definitely more interesting.
Because this was far and away the best issue out of the 5 for today.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Knuckles Finitevus plot line, it was fine. It was fine. Like, I enjoyed it. But yeah, it doesn't really compare. I'm definitely like, okay, back to the real plot.
Yeah, I think it's just that Iron Dominion still feels really fresh. So
definitely, yeah. I really don't know what direction they're gonna go with this.
Yeah,
it's definitely maintaining an interest.
Well, next time on Deep Dive Zone, we will see where they're going with it, because that is where we're done for tonight. Good recording session, fun time. Good to have you guys here, and thanks to our fans for watching. If you have sickness, there we go.
If you have sickness,
hopefully you don't.
Yeah, hopefully you don't. But maybe
I got brain problems. The thing puts you in a mental fog. Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you to my co-host for being here. That was what I meant to say. If you like this video, please feel free to share, like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, criticisms, suggestions, or feedback, you can reach us at any of the links in the link tree in the description. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next week for another exciting episode. I hope you all have a great rest of your night, and take care. Take care to not get sick like me. I love you. See you.
Jesus Christ.